What's going on, everybody? It's Dot Bets. We're checking back in. It is a Friday night NBA 2-game sixes. We got a 15-game MLB slate. As you can see, we do not have Buddy Bets available tonight. We were going to go live from his studio. Unfortunately, there's a tropical storm hitting down there in Alabama, so he has no internet. So he may be checking out the stream. If you are checking out the stream, buddy, throw it in the chat. Let everybody know you're here if you have the ability to. But we should both be back sometime this weekend with a stream, depending on what, maybe more towards Sunday. But we will definitely be back with both of us. So stuck with me tonight only. I will have NBA plays, MLB, and then I will throw together an MLB parlay together as well. So if you guys are just tuning in, throw in the chat. Who do you guys think is going to win tonight? I got right now, my money is on the 76ers. I'm thinking this game is going to go. It's going to be a little bit spectacular. Thanks for checking out the stream, man. I lean the 76ers here. Basically, they can't squander two big leads, and they can't do it three times, right? I mean, they're clearly, I think, the better team. They just need to finish. Only thing that's going to scare me is down the stretch is if they decide to go after Simmons and do a hack of Simmons. That could cause a ruckus down the stretch tonight. Especially, I think he's shooting like 32% as in the playoffs from the free throw line. So curious to see how Doc does that tonight with the two, down the stretch. But definitely I'm on the 76ers tonight, so that is my VIP play, and that is the biggest play of the night for me for 2 units. So if you checked out the stream, so that is one unit for me is $100, so I got $200 on there. Bet accordingly to your unit size and your bankroll. Do it accordingly to your style of betting as well. I'm taking them at minus 145, as you see here on BetUS. For anybody who has not checked out the Twitter, if you guys use .bets at BetUS and create an account, you're going to get free VIP from me. So it's make an account. Use .bets at the checkout, and you are good to go. And you just DM me, I throw you right into VIP. Only thing that scares me with this Hawks team is their ability to extend plays with Collins. Collins has been a big factor in my opinion. And then Buddy always says this with the two benches. The 76ers are definitely the deeper team here. But the other night, you had Gallinari and you had Lou Williams absolutely dominate that game in the second half with mounting the comeback. So that surprised me, seeing that second unit playing a lot better than the second unit of the 76ers. I'm expecting a bigger bounce back game from the 76ers tonight. Harris especially. He has kind of gone MIA, especially in the second half. So Embiid got off to that stupid, crazy hot start. And I think he just didn't establish Tobias to get in a rhythm with the game. And then towards the second half, he was obsolete. He was missing shots. It was tough to watch. And that's been for the last 2 games as well. So that's where I'm staying in this game. If you guys have any props, I can look them up. I got my Fantasy Labs, got the props for you guys. So if you guys have any particular ones that you're leaning on, I can tell you what Fantasy Labs is on. I was on Lou Williams last game. I'm probably gonna go back to him being 7.5. It went up from 6.5 to 7.5. So let me see what he's at currently. For points, so it's right at 7.5. So they would lean under. I'm thinking he's one of the best 6th man, 7th man, 8th man scorers probably ever in the NBA. So I mean, I think he can get his tonight as well. So that's a prop there. Embiid's number 33.5. I think it's a little bit too high for me to go into. I've seen a lot of people take Simmons over rebounds, over 7.5. I'm just excited to see how he responds tonight. If he does indeed get the hack of Simmons that I'm expecting late in the game, especially if it's close. Just my thought process of how the game probably goes. I would expect the 76ers to come out pretty dang hot, but that crowd in Atlanta is going to be rowdy. But again, they still do not have anybody that can stop Embiid. So they're going to keep giving him the ball. I just think the X factor tonight for the 76ers is going to be Tobias Harris. If he can get his shots and hit them, Seth Curry has been playing amazing this series, absolutely amazing. I don't think he needs to be amazing tonight. It needs to be Tobias and Simmons, one of the two, to be worth a shit tonight, really. So if we're off of that game, you guys have any questions on that game, throw them in the chat. And the Jazz Clippers game. All right, so I think everybody was on the Jazz. Everybody was talking about CLV, how they got them at -2, and it didn't matter whatsoever. They got their ass kicked at home by a Kawhi-less Clippers team. So it was very, very piss poor showing from the Utah Jazz. And honestly, I see them going home tonight. I see them going home tonight. I'm going to have a small bet, a small wager on the Clippers money line. The couple things that stand out to me: the Jazz had 23s last game. 20. That's probably right around their norm, maybe a little bit above their norm for the season. They absolutely, and then they lost by 8. Like that's their way to win games, is shoot 3. And they couldn't stop Paul George. They couldn't stop Reggie Jackson. They couldn't stop Morris. So I think the Clippers understand how to play without Kawhi. Obviously, Kawhi is a big, big question mark. But especially being at home, I lean them to get the dub tonight. And I don't know if Mitchell's completely healthy. I think he's been trying to battle through it, and he just does not look like the main explosive player that we've been known to see this season. So I'm on the Clippers this game. Spectacular. Embiid needs to stay aggressive, and Harris needs to 100%. Harris was just absolute. He just needs the ball out. But Embiid's gonna get his. He's too good not to get his, and they don't have anybody on that team that can stop him. So yeah, definitely the big wager is on the Sixers tonight for me. I'm also in the Jazz Clippers game. I'm on the under. So there's strong trends in elimination games, road favorites or home favorites that lost, whatnot. That the unders tend to hit, I think, close to about 65%. I'm laying it off in the Sixers game. I'm definitely playing in the under 221 here in this Clippers Jazz game. Like I said before, we got the Jazz who did shoot really, really well, and the Clippers shot outrageously well. I think that regresses a little bit in this game, so the pace will keep going. I think the pace was a lot more quicker than I thought last game. I was on the under as well in Game 5, but I'm going to stay back to the Game 6 under here at 221. So I'm going to lean there for 1 unit. But the Clippers money line I think is going to be just a half unit play for me. But the 221 under is definitely a full unit. So some of the props in this game that I looked at, what was Paul George? So it's over 3.5 or plus 125. And they're thinking he's going to get 4. So that's not a bad one. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. I'll zoom in a little bit more. There you go. Steals, points, over 30.5. So they're thinking Paul George is going to ball out tonight. So I like the points, rebounds, and assist play, just because you get a little bit of if he does slack in the rebounds, he could get it back in the points, or slack on the assists, he can get in the rebounds. just a little bit safer bet, in my opinion. Bigger number, but safer bet. So yeah, they think Paul George is gonna have a nice little night. What is Morris? Morris is an X factor. Morris and Reggie Jackson. I was on Reggie Jackson's over 3-pointers for a while in the early stages, and I got away from it. I think I need to go back. What's Morris? 3-point shots made. They think over 2.5 plus 140. So there's a little juice play for you if you guys want to do something like that. Points and rebounds. That's pretty dang good value. So they do like I have a 10 rating or a 1 to 10 rating, and they got those three are being a 10. Rebounds, points, and then 3-point field goals. Let's see what Reggie Jackson is. For the 3 points. So they lean under. It's at 2.5. And they got 2.6, but that's a 7 rating. Over 2.5 is minus 148. So they're on the same wavelength as me, thinking he's going to have to shoot the ball tonight and hit more over threes. I would go the over in that, just because I've seen that hit plenty of times. What are some of your guys' props that you guys are on tonight? Let me know in the chat. You could always play first halves, first quarters. I think another good play would be the Sixers first half. Thinking that they're going to get out to a pretty sizable lead again, like they have been. It's still going to be a lot closer, I think. You got the Clippers. Clippers first halves at home. This season in general has been pretty good, so that's another avenue you could potentially attack this game here, plus money in the for the Clippers first half. But my money is ultimately on the full game. But those are two definite situations that you could attack for sure. Let's see what the first quarter lines are. Yeah, I'm not going to touch the first quarter. Right. Hey, briefly on the Nets Bucks being a pick'em in Game 7. That's crazy. Right now, if I had to pick a side, I would be on the Bucks. It probably solely just based on it's just a pick'em. I thought they were going to open up as the favorites, especially because I just don't think Harden's there, and they settled for a lot of jump shots last game. And the Bucks controlled that game, so that'd be my first lean. Nothing. I have not taken anything, but that's where I stand for that Game 7 on tomorrow night. So if you have any other questions, people who just showed up, we are on Sixers money line for the game. Let's go back to the game. So minus 145, and then we are on the Clippers money line for a half unit. 76ers money line is 2 units. Clippers is a half unit, and then we got the under 221 in the Clippers Jazz for 1 unit. So those are the plays given out so far for the NBA. We had some prop bets that if you guys have any props that you guys are thinking about, throw them in the chat. We can go ahead and discuss as well. If not, we're going to switch over to MLB. So I'll give out some plays there. Nothing on no run first innings today. I'm going strictly full game. And I got 2 plays. So I'm liking the Giants. Buddy would be so proud of me right now for saying this live on air without him even knowing. But I am on the Giants. Minus 150. I think I got like minus 140 earlier or something like that. But I bet a little bit earlier. But I've taken this all day long. The Giants. Cueto's been pretty good this year at home. There's just a team that just does not lose. Plain and simple, they just do not lose. Pretty crazy. Would not expect that coming into the season, the Giants being one of the hotter teams in the MLB, but here we are. And then the other play, where are we at? Here we go. We're going to go Tigers, Angels. We're going to go over 9, okay? These two starter pitchers are subpar when it gets to ERAs, above average hit rates for sure. The Giants are on the blacklist right now, tailed buddy, and they've burnt us recently too many times. Really? Have they been struggling that bad? I feel like every time I've seen them, they've been winning. But no, I'm going back to the well tonight. So if you don't want to no tail, then don't tail. But that's where I'm going. But no, Tigers, Angels over 9, minus 130. Definitely a route to go there. And then a couple leans that I like just off pitching matchups would be Yankees and Yankees. Oh yeah. Oh, gotta go with the Braves. Gotta go with the Braves. Good luck. Wish you the best, brother. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt, man. Yeah, Braves. They either Cardinal fan. I'll admit it. I'm a Cardinal fan. Got Carlos Martinez on the mound. The over is always in play, or you can just go with money line with the Braves. So one of those two plays are definitely in route tonight. If we're gonna put together a 3-teamer, a 4-teamer, how about? So I'm gonna go Braves money line. Braves money line. Then we're gonna go Dodgers money line. You could even go Dodgers run line. I like them tonight as well. And let's go Yankees. Yankees. And the last one. Ooh. Man, kind of leaning the Astros. No, we'll go safe. Let's go safe with the Blue Jays. Blue Jays. Blue Jays, Yankees, Braves, Dodgers. Do something like that. Single parlay. Thoughts on Rays in Seattle? What we got? Rays on. Ooh, Waka on the mound. I like that price point for the Rays, minus 115. They've been steeper money lines for sure as being a really, really quality team. Mariners, they're a team I like to pick on a lot, so I like that price point there. I probably don't know what the lineups are. Rosarena's been coming alive. Meadows has been coming back after a little bit of slump, but taking minus 115. Walker's probably not the greatest guy. I like the over too. 7.5 is pretty low for these two guys. I guess Walker's been okay, but money line good price. Seattle hot, Rays not. Yeah, no, I agree. It's a good spot right there. I think for the buyback on the Rays to get going. Sometimes you got to go look for those cold teams and try to see when they're going to get hot again, and then fade those teams that are indeed rolling a little bit. So yeah, definitely like last night, Astros were the play 100%. White Sox were hot. Astros have been playing pretty well as well, but I faded the White Sox, even though I bet the White Sox plenty of times this year. But definitely was a play tonight. You could go back to him tonight against Rodon. I'm staying away from this game entirely. But this game having a little bit higher than the Rays Mariners. But yeah, I like that Rays play. It's a good spot. You can throw that in a parlay too. Take that straight up. If I had a no-run first inning play, let's see. Actually, let's go back. Make sure I got the pictures. A no-run first inning in Coors. That'd be something. Like I was on the under last night in Coors and it pushed, so I was pumped. If I push on the under in Coors, that's a win. I think I should win that bet. But no, I was sweating. It was I think CJ Cron, Granny in the bottom of the first. They scored like 5 runs in the bottom first. I was like, crap, I'm screwed. Then they didn't score for a while. It was like 7-0, then 7-3 the top of the 8th, and whew, I was sweating it. But we had under 10, so we pushed. What is so team totals tonight? The Dodgers are like 5.5. I think they should beat up on this Smith kid for the Diamondbacks. I'm also liking. You could back the Orioles team total. So this total here, Robbie Ray. I think it was last time out. He pitched against the White Sox. He struck out like 13 or 14 and lost. So he might have a little bit of a letdown game tonight, run wise. But I still ultimately think the Blue Jays win that game. I just think it'd be a little bit closer. Plus 1.5, plus 130 is not a bad idea. I do think that the Orioles can keep this game close. So that's another play you can throw together. And I'll probably be here for another 2 or 3 minutes. If you guys have any other questions, throw them in the chat. I'm just going to look and see what kind of no-run first innings I like. Not many. There's not even like a stud and an okay guy going at each other. It's like a stud and a shit guy. I mean, I could see maybe the White Sox Astros, maybe. But there's not ones that particularly stick out to me. Maybe Rays Mariners could be a no-run first inning. That's not a bad one. Yeah, nothing. So that means there's probably going to be all of them that are going to be no-run first inning. So just parlay them all. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. But yeah, if we don't have any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and get up on here. Like I said, we're probably going to shoot for Sunday to do another stream with Buddy. Hopefully he gets his internet back up and running, and we will go from there. So good luck on everybody's bets. We got NBA, we got MLB going strong. Also US Open if you guys are into that one as well. Spectacular. Appreciate the time. Let's beat up. Yep, 100%. That's who the true enemy is. All right. Peace out, guys.
Spaz on this motherfucker.